Hello, beautiful beings. I am waiting for the guests to leave at the lake house. I was worried that they weren't going to realize the time change, and so they'd be an hour behind. But as I turned around and I was coming back to the lake house, I paused at the top of the driveway before I pulled over here and made eye contact with somebody that was lugging a big suitcase out. So hopefully he knows that I'm the cleaner. And I also got a hold of the property manager this morning and asked if she would make sure that they knew about the time change, because there's a same day check-in today and it can take a long time to clean this house. So I don't need to feel rushed. I woke up in the middle of the night, like a little after 5, and I had 2 missed calls from a person that I used to be really close to a really long time ago. I hadn't spoke to him for about 10 years, and then about 5 summers ago, all of a sudden I remembered his phone number. I hadn't remembered his phone number. And then one day I was just like, I looked up the area code of where he lives and the rest of it just came in. And so I called and he didn't answer, but then he called me back later that day and we spoke for about a week. And I was just like, you know what? I like my new life better. Good luck to you. I hope you have a really wonderful life. And that was it. But then he called me. So it's been about 5 years. And he called me last night at a little after 12. Oh, it would have been later for him. So it would have been a little after 2 in the morning for him, which sounds like an alcoholic, like a drunk person would do. But as far as I know, he's still sober. He was already 10 years sober when I quit drinking 22 years ago. So hopefully he didn't relapse. But it was such a pop quiz because, well, his messages, he sounded upset. And, I called him right back and he didn't answer. And I left him a text message and I used his name and I said, I'm here. And I sent the hugging emoji with it. And he hasn't called me back or messaged me back. So I was just like, I highly doubt I'm going to be able to go back to sleep. But I did. By turning my attention back to presence away from, that's one way to help access presence is by the thoughts that come in, turning my attention away from the thoughts. I used to turn my attention away from the thoughts and they're like, no, you don't have to turn your attention away from the thoughts, just back to presence, just to hear. Thoughts come in here to me. I see them come in here. I turn my attention to presence and then they dissolve, they disappear. So it just takes some practice. And I kept doing that, turning my attention away very gradually also because laying there trying to go back to sleep, that creates resistance. And, the effort of trying to go back to sleep, that doesn't work. And so I have to release that too. And so through Samanari Jayasara, the ancient teachers that she reads their teachings, their guidance. One of them is, I've listened to so much that now it's automatic. I relax into it because I start feeling this almost panic in myself that I won't be able to go back to sleep. And so then I have to just literally just lay into the panic, relax right into it. And it dissipates, it disappears. So when I did go back to sleep, I dreamt about him and it was one of the most loving dreams I've ever had. It was really wonderful. So I didn't even know if he still had a physical form or not. He's quite a bit older than I am. And he's had quite a life. Even though he's been sober for so long, he did smoke cigarettes for a really, really long time. He was able to, which I don't know, I don't know if it's much better, but he switched to a vape nicotine pen. And so I don't know. I hope he gets, but I said the boyfriend, I keep saying, I don't know. I don't need to say that. I said the boyfriend prayer when I saw that I was getting really excited about the fact that he had called me. And I don't know if this person would be in my life for my highest good. I mean, he hasn't been in my life for a really long time for a reason. He was an incredibly controlling person. If somebody's watching right now that you know who you are, we've known each other for 22 years, over 22 years now. Uh, yeah, we met, you know where we met. You're female, and you remember this person that I'm talking about. Very flamboyant. uh, yeah. So anyway, isn't that interesting that he called? It was really good to hear his voice, even though he sounded upset. There's just something, but that familiar feeling doesn't necessarily mean this person would be good for me. So I said the boyfriend prayer right away. Remove this person from my life if he's not here for my highest good. You know, the boyfriend prayer goes for anything. Remove this lake house clean from my life if it's not here for my highest good. The make it plainly obvious prayer is just the same. Make it plainly obvious if this lake house clean isn't in my life for my highest good anymore. And it is made plainly obvious because I physically couldn't keep up with it anymore in the summers specifically. But I was overriding the anxious feeling that I get when I clean here. When we had a employee meeting, I have my own business, but I have these 2 vacation rentals through, a vacation rental company. And so we had our meeting, and I looked at, well, my dear friend that I've been holding satsang with for over 5 years now. She's a fellow cleaner. That's how I met her. And I said, it's not anxiety that it produces in me. And I looked at her and she said, it's overwhelm. Yeah, that's true. Overwhelm. I've already cleaned 1 or 2 gears below panic mode, which I used to clean in all the time. And so I've gotten to where I've switched gears a bit. I can relax now, but I'm cleaning in that mode, fast mode, for 5.5 hours, and I still have an hour or an hour and a half to go. It can feel incredibly overwhelming. But it's been really amazing practice to keep my attention off of what I have left to do. It's really the only way I've survived it. But what I noticed that I was doing all this time was overriding that feeling of overwhelm. Oh, I got this. I can do this. See, I'm going to be walking out this door any minute. All this self-talk to keep me doing it. But I don't need to do it anymore. I've done it as long as I need to. And oh, it's just beautiful. I got a message from my favorite property manager last week, and she said, sorry if I'm saying I kind of feel like I'm speaking through molasses right now for some reason. I think it's because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. So she said that she found a cleaner for the lake house and potentially for the river house. And also in the same message, she said that the other property manager put in her notice. So, all right, what time is it? 10:13. Okay, I gotta go down there. All right, well, I hope you have just an absolutely wonderful day or night or, whatever you're doing. And if you feel like you need help through your ascension, a little bit of guidance, we would love to talk to you about that. If you're feeling stuck somewhere, hopefully we could help shine some light of awareness on that and get you out of the mud. My top lip is twitching majorly right now. All right. We love you so much.